Alright, welcome to this channel. Today we're going to be learning the basic object transformation. Now, when you open your Blender, this is the first thing you see. Now, we're going to see these three objects. This is the light, and then this is the camera. Now, we're going to talk about the workspace immediately, but before we go on, there's something I would like you to do. We're going to set up. Go to File, go to Edit, Preferences, and then wait for it to load. Then you're going to change the settings. Your settings probably selecting with mouse button was on the left, click on the right to select, and then space action, make it click on the search button. When you are done, set your preferences, and then you are good to go. Now when you present that, all the space are your workspace that you'll be working on. You see a default cube, so you'll be working on the space. You can see a red line, and then you can see a green line. Now the red line is the x-axis, while the green line is the green axis. Is the y-axis. Now these are the basic things you need to know about the workspace. Now I'm going to start by deleting the lights and the camera. Now when you do your setup, your right click becomes what you use to select, and then if I want to select this camera again, I hold the shift button and then click on the right click button. Now if you look at this place, you can see that every object you use here will be appear here. So you can see the light. You can also select light. When I left click, look, my camera is changing light. So, and then these are the eyes icon. You can hide any object. If I want to hide the light, if I click on this button, you can see it's no more there, no more light. If I want to hide this camera, if I click on this, you can see nothing is there. Now to move further, let's see how to transform this object. When I right click on this cube, it's highlighted. You can see it here. So don't go around clicking on everything here. The first thing you need to do, just stay here on the layout. Now what I'm going to do. Now there are three basic buttons that you need to know for now. The first one is the grab button, or the grab tool. Now the grab tool, the shortcut for that is G. You need to learn a lot of shortcuts to do object transformation. So when I click G, when I press G, and then you can see my object is moving. If I want to confirm anywhere I want to confirm this movement, all I need to do is to left click. Now you can see my object is there. Then Ctrl Z, back to the middle. Now if I want to move, if I made a mistake and then I press G and I move this object somewhere and I want it to be back where it was, all I need to do is to right click. When I right click, the object is back to the middle. Now if I want to move this object in the x-axis, all I need to do is to press G and then press X. Now when I do that, you can see a red line or pink line, whatever, appear. So my object will only be moved towards this axis. It only move towards this axis. Now this is the minus x-axis, and then this is the plus axis. So I'll right click to take it back to the middle. If I want to move this object to the y-axis, I can move, like press my G and then G and Y. G and Y. You can see my object is moving towards the y-axis. My object is moving towards the y-axis. I'll right click. Then if I want to move it up or down, which is the z-axis, I'll press my G and then Z. Now you can see my object is moving towards the z-axis. Yes, left, right click to back. That is the graph. Then the next thing we need to know is the rotate button. The rotate tool, sorry. If I press R here, click, remember you must highlight your object. So I right click, press the rotate button, which is R, and you can see if I move my mouse, you can see my object is moving, is rotating randomly. But if I want to make it to move in a specific direction, all I need to do is to press the rotate button with the short forms R and X. So it moves, it rotates towards the x-axis. Then if I want it to move in the y-axis, press the R button, R and Y. Sorry, R and Y. You can see my object is rotating towards the Y axis. And if I want you to rotate in the Z axis, R and Z. So you always remember to highlight R and Z. This is moving in the Z direction. Good. Now the third button, the third tool we're going to learn is the scale. Now the scale allows you to increase or decrease an object. S for scale. Now you can see if I'm scaling it, you can see everything is either scaling up or down. So, but if I want it to be scaled in a specific direction, I press S and then X. For instance, now you can see my object is decreasing in the X axis. Right. If I want it to be scaled in this Y axis, S and Y, you can see it is scaling in the Y axis. If I want it to scale in the Z axis, S and Z, so it's scaling in the Z axis. Good. Now that you've known this tree tool, you can use it to do basic modeling. The next thing you need to do is the view space. Now you can view this object in different views depending on. So the number part on your right hand of the laptop or your system is what we'll be using to view this object. If I want to view it in the front view, I'll press the 1 button key. Now this one takes me to the front view. In my front view, you can see the Z axis with the blue line and then the X axis. If I press 3, you can see the green button and then the Z axis. Now if I want to see it from the top, I press the 7 button. You can see I can see both the X axis and the green axis. Sorry, the X axis and the Y axis. Now your middle mouse, when you press it, you can move object from different view. And when you want to shift your object from the side, you can hold shift and then you begin to move your object in different direction. Hope this helps you. So the next thing to know is when you want to see under the object, press Ctrl 1. Now you can see under, and then Ctrl 3, left side of the object, and then you get used to that later on. I believe this was impactful. Or stay connected and watch me and watch the next video. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Mr. McCoy. Follow me on Instagram and then follow me on Facebook. Hope this was helpful.